the 2008 recession was crazy for me. I actually wound up going to barber school, and Obama was the president. So, in order for me to get into barber school, I was selling Obama stickers. And when I say everybody around me was like, man, you done lost your goddamn mind talking about you going to barber school. When I say everybody, anybody you want to think of, they was like, man, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that, this, that, and the third. But I'm like, man, I'm doing what I'm doing to take care of my folk, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with what you on. I personally had a vision of what I wanted to see and how I wanted to take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? So I think University of Memphis had just lost the championship game. Man, I was drunk in a just had my son. Man, and time has flown by. But man, that 2008 recession, man, I really learned a lot about, I'm gonna say, life in itself, financial, like the financial situation of how as a culture we have to do better, and as families we have to do better teaching financial literacy instead of waiting on the school to teach it too. I know I didn't know what a recession was. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I wish I had known, but my father being an accountant helped. Him teaching me math helped. Also, the fact that he put the book Rich Dad Poor Dad in my hand, that really, everything that he had taught me, it helped. But when he really put that book in my hand, and I had to work for free at the restaurant after getting put out of college, that's a whole nother story. But it just it helped me out personally in a tremendous way. Him, I'm gonna say my homeboy Terrence Wilson, and also doing this space of me going to barber school. I have to give a credit to what people consider ancestors, but shit, my grandparents. My grandmother, Maddie Lee Harmony, she lived to be 39. She died when my pops was 5. She was a beautician or a hairstylist per se. And now I can see where my Aunt Jan and my sister Shantae, like I remember my sister braiding the doll hair all the way, to the bottom when she was like 4 years old, like walking in the room like, Mama, look at what I'm doing. Not understanding at the time what that experience was or what that meant, but you know, these are some of the things we have within our DNA. And the other person is my grandfather, James Wilkins Sr. from Oxford, Mississippi. He was a barber and a carpenter, so it's just all of this adding up, and it's really making sense now on me tapping into my DNA and it being, real prevalent and strong. And man, I'm glad that I had a vision personally for myself and nobody else could get in the way of that vision. And I hung it out, you know what I'm saying? Like I stayed down till I came up. And I'm glad that I persevered, because it was tough. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. But overall, that 2008 recession taught me a lot. Financially, mentally, just, man, stay down till you come up. If I could say anything that makes sense. Hopefully it did. But, yeah.